So we had basically no hot water access for about a week and a bit. We are finally at our renovations kitchen part 2, which means our kitchen, as I speak, is officially done, finished. I don't have to think about it anymore. It's been a process, but it's been well worth it. The results, I think, speak for themselves. They're definitely not everyone's style, and I'm sure heaps of people are going to be like, blah, 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 blah. But it's okay. We love it. We feel really good in our kitchen. And when I say finished, I mean like finished for now, because obviously like heaps of decoration and decor and like little bits and pieces might not be completely done exactly how we want it, but it has come together. It has definitely come together, and we're very, very happy about that. Okay, so where do I start? I guess the first thing I can talk about is the gas heater debacle. So, our gas heater, the thing that heats up the water, is or was on the wall, like right next to the door that leads outside from the kitchen. And for us, that was simply not going to work. It was just a complete eyesore. And even if we bought a new one, it's still like you'll see the pipes and you'll see everything coming off it. And it's just, yep, I don't like it. I didn't like it. I do like it now. So after speaking to Rafa, we kind of explained why we don't like it, and we asked him for suggestions, and he made a suggestion of either going with like an electrical water heater and placing that outside, or sticking with this one and just moving it outside. It was more work for him, but he was more than happy to do it. It did cost a bit more money than we expected, but it was completely worth it. We couldn't just have that. And especially having, I don't know if you know, but like having a butane tank indoors, and with just like indoor ventilation is actually really dangerous and shouldn't be the go anywhere. So we ended up definitely moving that outside. And as soon as that was out, and I know it doesn't theoretically, it doesn't sound like it's a big issue or big tank, but like it makes the illusion of the room bigger than it already was, which is really nice. We always want to have that illusion of like that larger look. So once that was done, it was all about putting in the new appliances. So Rafa got to work, of course, not us, not getting our hands dirty when it comes to gas pipes and gas lines and electric stuff. That is not our job. We do not know how to do that, but thankfully Rafa is super helpful and knows exactly what he's doing. So we got him to install our cooktop. Now our cooktop, I am so happy with. It's completely white. There's a theme in our house that is like completely white. The reason we really like that aesthetic is that we like to think of it like it's a canvas, and you can, once everything is all white, just like very Mykonos, Santorini, Mediterranean, you can add things to add warmth, like playing with textures, playing with different woods. And I think that's the most important thing for us, is that we want the house, the solid foundation itself, to be quite pulled back, and then we want to decorate it the way we want. And especially I guess because we're a neurodivergent household, it's very quick and easy for us to get over things, and move on to the next project or move on to the next thing. And in a few years I could totally see our whole vibe changing into, I don't know, something maybe more eclectic. And so to be able to go, okay, I just need to change this vase into this type of vase, and be able to kind of like show our personality through what we're making, is super important. So yes, it's not for everyone, but it's definitely for us. But in saying that, the cooktop as well as the sink are both completely white. And what we really love is the sink that we currently have, the new one. It's a waterfall sink. We saw this sink, and they're called waterfall sinks, and you've probably seen them where it's like you grab a cup and you could rinse the cup just by pushing down on a thing, and all those things make it really easy when you are neurodivergent and cleaning is just not your thing and not your forte. So not only does it make it a bit more fun, even though it sounds kind of silly and ridiculous, it does feel more fun when we're using that type of sink, but also it's got like a multi-purpose, multi-function thing. And there's a place to wash your fruits and vegetables. I feel like it covers all the bases and then some. And so we're very happy with that. Now, once we got those put in and that was finished, the very last thing that I had to do, well, not the very last thing, because obviously our floors aren't done yet and everything, but it was my duty to finish microcementing the walls, which I felt like once I microcemented the right side that I needed to microcement, the walls were left unmicrocemented for like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. Just because, I don't know, your arms get tired. And mind you, I think I've built some muscle, not visually or physically, but I feel like I can go for longer. So like, that's a great thing. But yes, I had to do the rest of the walls and do the ceilings, and that took a while, but we got it done. And so we're very happy about that. But I also had to seal it to be waterproof. So specifically the parts that were going to get majority of the water on it, not so much the walls, but just like the countertop and the splashback, I had to seal that with like a polyurethane. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Once that was done, we were able to like really start cooking and getting in there. Now, here's the thing. Living in a house where you're living in it while you're renovating is not an easy thing to do, because you can't actually like use the things while they're drying. So the microcement takes 24 hours each time you do it, and I had to do 3 coats. Then the polyurethane cover thing, the water resistanceness, takes another 24 hours to cure, and then you got to do 2 coats. So that was already like almost a week and something of not being able to use the benchtop, not even being able to install the sink. We were living off microwave meals and the sink, the outdoor sink in the back. And at the same time, we were having work done in our bathroom, which is in a future video. So we had basically no hot water access for about a week and a bit. So that is not ideal. Would I do anything different? Probably not. I'd just bite the bullet and do it all over again, just because it's so much easier to not move yourself to a whole different place, and being there for like any questions that the construction workers have and everything. I think it's the best way to do it. But that might just be a control thing in me, because I need to control everything. So they know now that, if they're not sure about something, just ask the question and it's totally fine. And I'll let them know exactly what I was thinking, and we'll have a discussion about it, and we'll team effort it to solve whatever the issue is. But yeah, just being there on site while all the work is getting done, I couldn't have it any other way. And it's worth, I guess, not bathing for a week or so. So yeah, that is our kitchen update. And finally, I will leave you with some reveal videos. So enjoy that. Hope you enjoyed this video, and our next one we will be tackling the bathroom. So can't wait to share that with you. We're very happy with how it turned out. We'll see you again soon. Bye.